Hey, what's up everyone? This is Web Junior 1977 here. Just wanted to do a quick pickups video. Got some stuff at the Greencastle Toy and Collectible Show. A lot of it was because of Mr. Transaren 38, also known as Smokescreen 38 here on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. Alright, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to start with, let's see. Start with this guy, might as well. I got an original Luke Skywalker. He's just missing his lightsaber, which I can get pretty cheap. I can get like an aftermarket, you know, like a kind of like a, you know, like a reissue, whatever. People are making them now and getting it a lot cheaper. But story about this is I got it. Actually, Aaron bought it for 15. It's got 20 on it. But I actually got some, like, 3 sales for this couple that was selling stuff. So they said, well, you've helped us out, so we'll knock $5 off of it. But they wouldn't take a card, so Aaron took care of it for me. And I appreciate that, brother. I do. Don't ever expect it, but I definitely appreciate it. These are going to be a little bit difficult. This one is, anyway, because of the fact that... bear with me here. Okay. First one's this truck right here. And I don't think they have the right drivers in them. I could be wrong. I'll have to check and see what the drivers are. They're missing some pieces, but it's alright. Because I got these dirt cheap. I think this one was $6. I mean, come on. But to the untrained eye, when the guy was selling them, he said they were mask toys. And I immediately looked at him. I was like, that is definitely not mask. I was actually, you know, living in the generation of mask. And I had a bunch of them. And the ones that I didn't have, my cousin did. Oh, there's the guns right there. It's cool. And this is definitely not mask. Well, I did some research on it. And it sort of, kind of is mask. But it isn't. And the reason I say that is because it's like a reissue kind of thing. Like, Mask went out and they brought these out. They wanted to continue the cartoons, which are very hard to find. But they brought these back out, and these actually transform. The 3 I have actually transform a lot like the originals, like the original Mask toys. But they brought these back out, kind of like a Generation 2 Transformers sort of thing. They got some of the same molding as the Mask toys. As far as the vehicles go, the figures look completely different. And I'll show you one of the figures, a couple of the figures here. This guy's a little harder to get out, so I'll leave him in there for now. But this one is called Blazing Fury 4x4 with Tate Osborne. But I don't think that's the actual guy. Could be wrong again, but I don't think he's the actual driver for this truck. But I will, but they're called, I didn't actually tell you what they were called. They're called Vortec. They brought them back out, and they're called Vortec. V-O-R Tech. Dash Tech. And they're basically Mask 2.0, pretty much, is what they are. Then I got this, and this one's obviously missing some stuff as well. Again, I don't think this is the correct driver. Could be wrong, but I don't think this is the correct driver. See, instead of a mask, he has like a chest plate, and so does this guy. He has like a chest thing on like this guy does, but the other guy in this truck, it actually covers half his face. It's a pretty neat idea, but this one here is called Rattler Off-Roader with Damien Roike. Damien Roike. I don't know if it's actually... And this one's kind of like Gator. You lift it up and the boat comes out. Same kind of deal. It's got his missile in there. It's kind of like Gator, if anybody knows Mask. Sort of like Gator. But anyway, on to the next and final the next and final Vortec toy. Let me get this transformed back so it's not partially transformed into... Okay. This is, again, I don't think this is the correct driver. I could be wrong. I don't think it's the correct driver. But this is basically like, you guys know, that car that with the Asian dude. And this opens up, and this opens up for his gun, and except for on the original, it opened up this way. It's basically the same concept. And this one's called Desert Striker Dune Buggy with Jeremy Mac Masters. I'm sorry. Mac Masters. Again, I don't think this is the correct driver. I'm going to find out what the correct drivers are for these vehicles. And I'm going to might try to buy them. I'm not sure. But they're pretty interesting. I got them dirt cheap. This one was like $2. I think this other one was $2 over here. And this one was like $6. So, not expensive, really, at all. But yeah. And then the last and final thing I got was this right here. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sewer playset. Pretty awesome. It's kind of hard to get it all in the screen at the same time unless you stand back pretty far. It's missing a few things. If any of you might have these items, I'm willing to trade. I got some turtle stuff I'm willing to trade, and maybe stuff that's not turtle related as well. Willing to trade. It's missing this wall right here, which is basically another gray wall with a circle in it for some tubes. Missing that. It's missing the satellite dish looking thing, which I think I'm going to put something there to just to kind of work for it for now. But it looks like a blue satellite dish. This is what you pull up and down for the elevator. This is a working elevator. And the hardest part to find, as you can see, this little peg right here is the fire hydrant cap. The fire hydrant cover that goes there. But all in all, it's pretty... I definitely want to get this wall right here. That's really the only thing I'm that concerned with. Just because it looks, you know, it's an eyesore, basically. But the rest of the stuff I'm not that concerned with. And I'm not even really that concerned with that. I'll get it eventually, but if I find a good price. But yeah, so that'll conclude my pickups video from Greencastle Toy and Collectible Show. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to check out Trans-Aaron38, also known as Smokescreen38. Great guy. If it wasn't for him, I would have got this playset, and that would have been it. But great guy. He's got 2 channels, Smokescreen38, Trans-Aaron38. Go check him out. Also check out Prime John 1, Chris Tuff, Game Dungeon Productions, Liquid Cool 360, The Nerdy Effect, Michael Jacoby, and Dr. Jekyll. And until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.